Alright, quick update on Bitcoin. So, the stock market just opened a couple of hours ago. The stock market decided that it wanted to open in the red, and we have started to landslide. If we look at what's going on the Nasdaq, you can see the Nasdaq's down 4% today, the SPX is down 3%, SPY down 3%, Facebook down 6%, Google down 5%, Tesla down almost 7%, Coinbase stock down 12.5%. And the dollar is rallying once again. It just had a very, very nice touch point. Drawing our triple top theory, you know, we previously talked about this. We zoom out and we connect the 3 data points that we've previously seen. You can see the dollar broke above it, came back, back tested it, and now it is exploding up. So really not good with what we're seeing right now. If we look at what's going on in Bitcoin, you can see since the stock market opened, you can see we've got a gap here, so we might come back up to fill this at some point in time before we do roll back over, especially if there's a gap on the Nasdaq. We microdosed a video on the Nasdaq where we checked out how often we do fill these gaps, and we fill them more often than not. I think we had 30 data points and only 2 of them so far hadn't filled, so pretty likely that we will come back up to it at some point. But if you look at what's happening, I'll show you on Bitcoin on the daily time frame, and this is the exact reason why yesterday for all my altcoin videos, for my Bitcoin video, I was saying I'm going to be sitting on the sidelines, I'm going to be letting the dust settle and seeing how we do react after the Fed meeting and if we do get continuation. Very, very good day for the people who are sitting on the sidelines, because as you can see, the daily gains that we got yesterday got completely wiped out and more. So really not looking too good for Bitcoin right now. If we do zoom out, you can see we've got this one channel on the top here that we've been building in since the 21st of January. And you can also see if you connect the absolute lows from the wicks down here, we have a much bigger channel, and this is defined by the uptrending line of support right now. And if you notice what we're doing, if we come over to the 4-hourly time frame, you can see we have just tanked below it. You know, this was meant to have some support coming in at 37,500. So far we've come all the way down to 36,500, and we're coming down very fast. Momentum is already starting to shift in the favor of the bears. The bearish volume, there is a ton of bearish volume right now on Bitcoin. So like we said, we were going to be sitting on the sidelines until tomorrow, which was now today anyway, because we wanted to see how the Fed news settled into the market. We said we want to see the dust settle, and it does not look good. Like I said, you've completely wiped out all the gains from yesterday. Let's check out what is going on in the stock market. Like I said, 2 hours ago, just over 2 hours ago now, the stock market opened right here, and we tanked on the opening, and we came all the way down on the hourly time frame. You can see you're smashing through your EMA ribbons. If we hop over to the 4-hourly time frame, you can see this was a very important trend line that we really do need to hold on the 4-hourly time frame. The SPX has got rejected from the 4-hourly EMAs and started to head down. On your higher time frames, daily rejection from your daily EMA ribbons, heading down very, very strongly. Already a decent amount of selling volume coming in. If we hop over to the Nasdaq also got a daily rejection from your EMA ribbons. I'm not going to go through in the lower time frames because I think it's much more important that we focus on these touch points, because it's the same with a lot of these stocks, and we'll go through them. You know, I went through the SPX on all the time frames just to show you, but most of these stocks are the same. They're getting rejected on all different types of time frames. On the daily, like I said, most important, you are coming down to that support on the Nasdaq at 12873. Now, if we start plummeting below there, this is definitely going to carry all the tech stocks with it and bring down the stock market, so not looking good at all. The SPY as well, down 3% on the day. You can see the gains that we made yesterday were just a pump up to the daily EMAs and a rejection. We've already wiped out all the gains from yesterday. If we look at Facebook down 6% as of the time of recording this. Now, Facebook is kind of still chilling to the side of the daily EMA ribbons. But nonetheless, you can see that we've made 3 consecutive lower highs at this point in time. So Facebook, not necessarily looking too good in my opinion. We had the quarterly earnings report come out in April. It's just past that now, and they did literally rally in like, I think they rallied 18% overnight. And obviously they're already coming down and wiping back some of those, wiping out some of those gains. So, you know, Facebook is really going to follow what the tech stocks and everything else does. But you can see if Facebook starts falling below 206, then we're probably going to come back to sweep. Well, you could say sweep the lows, but I guess we've got. Let's see here. If we delete what we did here, so we can get a cleaner view. Have we got? Yeah, we do. We've got a pretty linear trend line. I would say that we're trending downwards in this channel, and Facebook really is not out of the clear until we do break above the top of this. We looked at Facebook for quite a while now. Let's head over to Google. Google down 5% on the day, approximately 5%. You can see wiped out all the gains from yesterday, rejection from your daily EMA ribbons. If we hop over to Tesla, Tesla's down 6%. Now, what was looking good about Tesla is that we moderately held this region and we accumulated, and then we pumped back above it, but then you can see we got rejected from your EMA ribbons, and now we're back below the trend line. So we could really be about to enter a nasty, nasty period of time for the crypto markets, for the stock markets. Let's continue with the stock market analysis, and then I'll explain. You can see all the gains completely wiped out on Coinbase, down 12% approximately at the time of recording this. Didn't even make it up to the daily EMAs. We are coming down to pretty much where you've got your lows from the past couple of days. Yeah, really, really not looking good. And the dollar, la creme de la creme, the cherry on the top of the cake, has got bullish continuation after momentarily losing some of its momentum. It is now gaining that momentum back. You can see perfect retest. Like, I look at these charts objectively. I don't want the dollar to do well, but if I look at the dollar and it's clearly doing well, you know, I've got to call it how it is. The dollar looks exceptionally strong right now, and while I do believe that this region is a very, very strong place for us to get rejected, because previously, if we zoom out, you know, the dollar spent a sizable amount of time in this region over here. I mean, I don't want to, let's see, let's just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It was only after the 15th day that we really started coming down. So more than 2 weeks chop action. This one was more like a couple days topping out, and then like a month worth of sideways accumulation below these levels. But that's not what we're seeing now. We're seeing, you know, what's akin to, was it the 2008 top? Oh no, is the 2016 top. Not as far back as we think, but still, it's very akin to what is going on back then. So I'd honestly say we could chop around in this range for a little bit more. If we do see a breakout of the dollar, though, you do start seeing the dollar rally, which would make sense because they've upped the interest rates by 50 basis points, meaning that it's going to be harder to borrow dollars, it costs more money, so ergo the value of the dollar goes up. Not really not looking good. I did just want to give you a quick overview of what's going on in the dollar and the stock market before I did make my TA videos today. Obviously, we're seeing something moderately special, so I will be making a separate Bitcoin video later today. Yeah, basically, to sum up this video, to wrap it all in a neat bow, we had this huge rally coming into yesterday on the Fed news, and every single chart you look at, whether it's Bitcoin or whether it's the stock market, we've completely wiped out the gains. So the stock market has, you know, led Bitcoin into this fool's rally, and we have come crashing down very harshly. You can see we did have a fake out of this falling wedge, and now we're right back down in the support of it. You really want to see 37,000 hold. If we put in a daily close below 37,000, not only are we closing below this descending wedge, or falling wedge rather, you are also closing below this macro ascending channel. And then I would have to assume, at least in my opinion, I think 33,000 would be where Bitcoin would be coming down to. That is a pretty harsh drop from now. That is definitely, in my opinion, a great time where I'd look to DCA. Remember, I've been saying this for the past week. I'm sitting on the sidelines going into the Fed meeting. When we had the Fed meeting, we were rallying. Everyone was getting euphoric. I was telling you, I'm going to wait till the dust settles. We're going to see how it ends tomorrow. We're going to see if we do get continuation above this trend line. And we didn't. We got completely rejected. So it is what it is. Stock market looks terrible. Let's wait and see what the daily closes. I will update you on this on my Bitcoin video tonight. Hope that helps. Hope this video provided you with some value. Best of luck if you're in Bitcoin. As always, not financial advice. Cowboy out. Peace.